Welcome back to the nimrodjaune podcast. I'm your host, Jacques Adewale, and welcome back. We're on episode 29. It's crazy. Welcome back. Shout out to all my Apple Podcasts and Spotify listeners. Shout out to y'all. Make sure y'all follow all of the socials, the Instagram, subscribe to the TikTok. Follow the TikTok, subscribe to the YouTube. And yeah, we'll get right into it. So, over these past 2 days, I've just been filming constant videos because I just had so much to say. I probably have this week of videos and next week videos, a little bit of next week videos already planned out because that's how much I was recording. And one of the topics I thought of that I don't know if I talked about yet, but I really want to was what's the definition of a real man? And I know it depends on how you view it. Because I know David Goggins gave one that was a real man's not worried about what other people are doing. I'm like, yeah, that's true. But I'm like, you can be a person who doesn't care about what anybody's doing but still cheat on your wife. And I know it's an extreme, but it's a reality. So I'm like, okay. To avoid that side of people, the people who just could find the negative in everything, what makes a real man? And I thought about it. And the answer is, I don't fucking know. I don't know what makes a real man. I truly don't. I really don't know what makes a real man. Yeah, I say it's because what trait could you give a real man that couldn't be taken away? He's charming, he's caring. To some women, he's friendly. Nah, he just knows how to take care of people. Also, he doing that to multiple bitches. You feel what I'm talking about? It's just so weird. What can make somebody a real man that's consistent across the board? But there's certain traits that I would guess a real man has, which is taking care of their business, doing what they gotta do, following the rules of the streets. If you understand, if you watch the last podcast episode, what else? I don't know. I don't really know what else a real man is. And I know people ask your dad. Man, I don't think he would know either. I don't know why I would have. Man, my dad is doing his thing, bro. I don't know. I won't ask him something stupid like that. That's for me to figure out. A question like that, that's not a question I would ask my dad. That's a question I had to figure out on my own. Because I'm going to have to grow up eventually. So there's no point in me asking somebody when I'm going to have to figure it out eventually. I'm going to college soon. Come to a certain point, and I'll say in a guy's life where it's you can't rely on your parents for everything. And I think I just got to that point way too early. Now I don't ask them for anything. At all. I've said that multiple times. I don't ask my parents for anything. I wanted my own money since I was a kid. I always wanted my own money. So now that I got it, it's I'm not going to ask you for nothing. What can I ask you for that I cannot get myself? And the answer to that is nothing. I can get what I want for the most part. So because of this, I don't really need to talk to you about getting me something when I can just get it on my own. Would that make me something along the path to becoming a real man? Because it kind of feels like I'm alienating my parents. Because it's their parents are there to help you grow. Their parents are there to help you mature into the times where you got to spread your wings and go. And I'm not there yet. I'm only 17. I don't leave for college until next year. Next year, maybe August, September, maybe. I don't know. I haven't even graduated high school. So I don't know when it's time for me to go ahead and spread my wings. I don't know. But what I do know is I think what I'm doing right now is going to help me prepare Because I've been on my own for a while now. Like, mentally, I've been on my own for a while. So, when I actually have to physically be on my own, I think I'll be able to adapt way longer than how it was for my brother. Because when my brother went to college, I don't think like every month we was going up there just to see him and make sure he's straight. But after a while, we were just like, hell nah. We just drop him off. You good? All right, bet. We gonna see you when it's time to pick you up again, and that would be it. Like, we used to take, like, my 10th grade year, we would go, we drop him off, right? Let's say we drop him off August, September we going to see him, October we going to see him, November we going to get him, and then drop him back, December we going to get him, January we drop him back off, we just did all that. So when it came to his second year, man, we caught all that shit out. Because there's a certain point where you gotta grow your wings and you gotta fly. I don't know when it's not for everybody. Not everybody's gonna grow their own wings at their own time. Like, I felt personally not independent, but I felt personally on my own since I was like 15, 16, when I was broke as hell. That's just where I was mentally. Now, to get to the physical part, I'm probably not gonna get there till I'm 19, 20. But because I've had 4 or 5 years under my belt where I felt mentally on my own, I had to figure things out on my own because no one was coming to help me, I'd be able to adapt way faster to me not having nobody to rely on. I think that's another thing I guess you could say a real man can do. He gets things done that need to be done without really complaining about it having to be done. I guess that's what you could say. Because there's a lot of things that I don't want to do. There's a lot of things I do not want to do. There's a lot of things I see my dad, he don't want to do. But he still gets it done. I remember there was this time he was sleeping, I woke up. He was just like, I don't want to go to work while he's heading to work. Like, that right there, like, doing something you don't want to do, but you got to, like, that's something that you gotta, like, take it, like, you gotta admire it. It's just like, you don't want to do it, but because you have to, and because you've said this thing to it, you're going to do it. That's so wild to me. Because as a kid, I never thought of that at all. I was on the game, really. So as a kid, I never really cared about, like, doing anything outside, like, video games, like YouTube, video games. I only really like reading comics. I still like reading them now, but it's like manga now, but I actually like reading real books. I never really cared about doing anything outside of just gaming. And I know that it doesn't really relate to being a real man, but it does to me, because it's like, as I got older, I got further and further away from that, because I realized, oh shit, I'm getting older. I can't really be doing the same shit. And then expect this, and then want to be different. You don't get the same result by being the same. I mean, you don't get a different result by being the same. You get the same result being different. Like, what I mean by same result, you get the result that you want. The same result that you want to match with somebody by being different. And you're going to get a different result being the same, meaning the person that you want to be like, you're going to get a different result by him just being the same person, same old me, playing video games, not doing nothing with my life, just in the house all damn day. I talked about this in a couple podcasts ago, but I said I recognized the true importance of summer. This didn't hit me until last year. I was 16 years old. So I had from like 2020 to 2023, 2024, where I just, actually before that, let's say 2016 to like 2020, 2021, actually 2024, I would just spend my entire life summer just playing video games all day. When I was a kid, I'd go outside, but I just spent the majority of my time playing video games in the house, not really doing nothing productive, not really working out, not really reading, not doing anything that could really further me and what I want to become. I was just in the house playing video games. And I thought that was gonna help me get money. And then I grew up and then I realized, oh no, the summers where you actually work your hardest. Because for me, I'm alone. From the summertime and time where you have time home from school, you have time home from everything. So you really get to work on what you want to do. You're home for most college students or students in general, you're home. You're home for a little minute so you can really sit down and work on what you want to do. Once I realized that's the true importance of summer, oh hell no, y'all can't tell me nothing after that. Oh no. After that, since last summer, I've been on go. Saturdays and Sundays where I get a little lazy and I may chill around, but Monday through Friday, I'm militant with my shit. I'm on go. I just need to get things done. Because I know that, I don't want to sound pessimistic, but I don't know how many summers I got left in my life. I want to die knowing I did everything I wanted to. And I know that don't sound like the best thing to say right now, but I want to be able to say, I worked hard at everything I did, regardless if it bore fruit or not. I want to say I did my thing and I did it efficiently and I did it well. That's what gives me my sense of fulfillment in life. I feel like every grown man finds like his own sense of fulfillment in life. What I mean by that is he finds a way where he finds something that he can find satisfaction in, like personal satisfaction. And that could be sports, that could be writing, that could be literature, that could be gaming, it could be whatever. It's just something that gives him personal satisfaction, that when he's done it, he looks at his work, he's like, that was amazing. Or that was a great time, that was something great I did. I feel like a real man has that thing. And it could come for different reasons. It could come from, he doesn't really get it from other people, so he has to find it within himself. What else? That's really the main one I could think of, because the only reason why I started gaining personal satisfaction was because I didn't really get it from nobody else. So I was just like, all right, if I'm not going to get it from the outside, I might as well just get it from the inside. And that's the best decision I've made. Try to find your own personal satisfaction and take pride in what you do. I take pride in the poetry I've created. Pride. I take pride in what the fuck I've done with poetry. The things I've done in poetry, I really am proud of myself. In literature in general, I am proud of myself. The things I've done in digital film, my YouTube channel, I'm proud of myself. With my podcast, I'm proud of myself. Hold on. There's some things I've just done that's like, there's nothing you can take away from me, because you can clown me if you want. Clown me for the amount of views I got, clown me for the amount of subs I got, I don't care. I'm proud of what I've done. I'm proud of what I'm doing. I don't care. This video can get no views. I'm proud I created this. My favorite video I've ever made. I don't even want to talk about views for too long. Probably had like 12 views, but it's my favorite video I've ever made. It's because it really expresses like how my journey through this entire YouTube stuff. I'll probably put it in the top pin. If I don't, I'll just explain it to you. I was going to get some assignments from my teacher, and she had taught me my freshman year and my junior year. She was like, you just weren't focused this year. I'm just like, it hit me. I'm like, oh shit. I had a realization like, nah, I wasn't. And then I thought about it, I'm like, I started YouTube this year. I started my podcast. I started doing this. Everything I wasn't doing my freshman year, I started now. Like my freshman year, I wasn't doing nothing. So it's easy for me to pay attention. I'm not doing nothing on my phone. And not to say like I was doing something every time I was on my phone this time around, but I had more used to be on my phone than compared to last time. But that doesn't matter, regardless of the fact is, I did not do as well as I was doing. Not a matter of grades, but in a matter of paying attention and retention. And then when she said that, I was like, oh shit. I feel like gonna come a time in every boy's life where somebody's gonna say something to you, or you're just gonna wake up and I'm like, what the fuck? It's not gonna make sense in that time period. Like, when you say that, what the fuck? Not everything gonna be revealed to you, but as time go on, you're gonna say a couple what the fucks. Cause you're gonna be like, I was doing that? Like, to me, right? What the fuck? Like, to me, I used to sit in the house all damn day. Every day. 7 days a week. Like, come home from church, come home from school, sit in the house doing nothing. I can't do that no more. Because I was like, because even on Saturdays, yesterday, when I basically did nothing, I did my work, but I didn't really do much. It was like, I used to do this every day. Saturdays and Sundays are my worst days because I don't have work those days. So it's like, I gotta find shit to do. And even though as much as I might complain about school finds a way to keep me preoccupied and focused on what I have to do. And now this year I might have a half-day schedule, so I might be able to do more things with content. We'll see, but I just feel like that realization came and I was just like, whoa. I gotta fix my shit. Like, I gotta work on myself. That's really what I've been doing this summer. That's why I feel like I don't even want to get into it, but my poetry project was so important because I needed to unravel not what makes me me, but I needed to unravel how or what might have led up to me becoming how I became or how I am. Because, like, there was a person, this podcast is getting recorded on a Monday. There's a person that just commented on my shorts when I was talking about my friend's birthday. There was like, I don't know the gender of the person, but they said, thank you for being honest, but I pray that person could find someone that respects them. It's not that I don't respect them. I just don't place value in in birthdays. Birthdays, by the time I was like 11, 12, did not mean much to me. And that sounds crazy to say, but I don't care about birthdays, let alone my own. So, me remembering when somebody's birthday is like, I just recently didn't even notice. I just forgot somebody's birthday as well. It was on the 13th. Was that a Sunday? I think that was a Sunday. Yeah. And it wasn't on purpose. It's not like I'm doing this on purpose. I just truly do not remember. Because it's not as important to me, as you could say. It's just not. I got things I'm going to do. My birthday is cool. Like your birthday, like remember your birthday, doing something good for your birthday. It's cool and all, but it's like, does it matter to me? No. Do I care about it? No. Like, do I care about it's your birthday? No. I got a homie. It's one of my close homies. And I just give this much of a fuck about his birthday. Because he did something for me on my birthday, so I'm going to do something for him. Like, that's how this goes. I don't care about birthdays. And I feel like I should. Because I feel like as a man, you should remember not remember, but you should congratulate your friends on their birthday even if you don't care. I just can't find it within myself for me to dig deep and just say happy birthday, because one, I either forgot the date, or two, I know it's the date, but I forgot it the date of and the day that's happening, and I just said no. I have this friend I'm super close with. It was her birthday, the exact day of her birthday. And she texted me like, what's up? It was like, wow, really? I'm like, what? She was just like, wow, you really don't remember? I'm like, what? She was like, it's my birthday. I'm like, I just felt embarrassed. It was just like, I'm supposed to know that. I'm supposed to value the relationships that I have. Like, I feel like as a real man, you value your relationships that you have. And it seemed like I'm not, but I do. It's just there's certain parts of it that I just could not give a fuck about. And I cared about her, but I remember I was counting down with her. And I just forgot. This was back when I was doing nothing. So I don't know how the fuck I forgot. I don't know how the fuck I forgot when I was doing nothing. But going back to what I was saying, there's such, like, for me, I feel like there's so many things I think that a real man should do, that by the time I finish listing all of them, I don't think that person really even exists. So I think at church, I came to this, like, I don't want to say code, but it's like, okay, a real man is going to be however you personally want to dictate it. So if you think a real man goes to work, does his business, goes home, keeps his business to himself, don't talk bad about nobody, and just chills, and that's a real man, that's what a real man is. A real man is based on your own personal opinion. There should be nobody that should tell you what a real man is, because half of the time most people can't even define what a real man is, or even dictate or even list those traits for a real man. So for them to tell you how you should act is hilarious. Don't ever let somebody try to tell you how to be a real man, unless you're doing some hoe shit. Like, I do hoe shit, so I would know occasionally. Like, if you gossiping, I'm not doing that shit, but if you gossiping, talking behind, like talking bad about people to get one up, like that shit, stop it. That's not cool. That's lame, in fact. Especially if they your homies. Stop it. Girls, you two, y'all are really good at this. I had to learn that shit my damn self. But yeah, thank you for listening. Shout out to all my Apple Podcast listeners and Spotify, and I'll see y'all next week for episode 30. Peace.